Seahawks and the Hawks. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions. It's finally time for the main event here in 2025. Away we go in Super Bowl 59. On 1st and 10, Thorne firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You look at this Super Bowl, the second appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know. But what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, but once you've had to shake a head coach's hand and jog off the field and know you have to face the media, face your fans, face your home life, knowing that you've lost the Super Bowl,
and that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there, and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field, because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Roquan Smith, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Thorne, and Walker has it. And he'll be brought down at the 27. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
On 4th down, Thorne. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. On 3rd down, Maynard. And some space here. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That good for 19 on a 1st down.
You think about the strong safety position. They're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that's a great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more coverage.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
He's got a man complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Maynard. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one by.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Now they can breathe a little easier. Some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Looking to throw. Thorne. And he rifles one incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Walker. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And, Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
To throw on 3rd down, Thorne. Escape, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
Chase Young able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Six-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 48-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that Plague did on the last one.
He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman.
It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
They'll run on first down. Maynard.
And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Ravens post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from the moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Hamler now on the return.
A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Powell. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Powell throwing on 3rd down here. Open man is Bateman. It's complete.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick 6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
First down, Howell to throw.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it second down.
Throwing here, Howell.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Seahawks are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Fourth down, Thorne. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
On first down, Howell.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Here's Howell to throw on second down.
Throws right side, and that's complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Howell throwing on first down here.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Powell, another throw on second down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased. Doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 71 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. On first down, Maynard. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground. That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Howell. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. to Walker on first down.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, some rush coming, and he's taken down. Roquan Smith able to drop in that time for his second sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just touchdown. DK Metcalf, 27 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 14. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, Maynard. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Well, that's one stuff. We'll see if this defense has another in their back pocket.
I just wonder on the other side of the ball, do you just challenge the big guys up front? This is short yardage situation. We ought to be able to pick this up. Or do you say to yourself, they are awfully tough. I've got to throw it on this down.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Thorne. Over the middle, it's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On on 2nd and 7. Powell looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Ravens have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case, the feet, doing a little...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. Almost time for the final act of this NFL season as we are now through 3 quarters in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game, 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
That takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Thorne. He's going to let this go. Back in the end zone. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. This one incomplete and over everybody. Looked like a clear throwaway. But the officials, they're going to say there's a receiver over there in the area, so no flags, and it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Thorne. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry. before you run your second down play.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will come out to the 25 as Handler elects not to return it. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this fourth quarter. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Howell's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Maynard. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Second down, Howell back to pass. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the mass of bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
On second down now. Maynard, and they'll get him down right around the 16. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance of 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Here's Howell. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Maynard. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Second down, Maynard, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Powell to throw. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to walk. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Kenneth Walker, his 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on the last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's Howell. Connecting with Andrews. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. And incomplete on the deep ball. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Haven't heard much from him all night, but welcome to the party, making his presence felt in a big way.
They've kept him under wraps all night long, but boy, did he find a great time to bust out.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Working with a 2nd and 3.
They'll try the left side. Maynard. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go away.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on second and third.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. This undoubtedly the biggest kick of his life. And his kick is good. The field goal is through the uprights, and they've won the Super Bowl. And it's all over. Just one is left standing, and that one is the Baltimore Ravens, your Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.